champs are back. The St. Ambrose Bees take the floor, and they're a team that on average has been 3.26 points higher than the rest of the country, and they're taking the floor with a ton of confidence, trying to go back-to-back. Trying to find their fourth team championship in 8 years. They've also been runner-up twice. Last season, they set the high score for the national championship with a 93.4.
We're going to see another large team out here. There are 13 dancers on the floor.
St. Ambrose University, your music is
Starting in jazz, a lot of group work, a lot of highlighting of those different skills of team members, a lift. Great use of the entire floor with different groups in different areas of the floor and transitioning right into that formation with very good spacing in their team turn sequence. It's very quick. It has a tempo variation, arm variation, ending in the splits. Great timing and synchronization. Another formation change. That is a very difficult formation, and they did their team turn in that. They are moving on to hip hop now. Just a lot of movement going on, but keeping the synchronization and the uniformity and keeping the spacing within their formations, while giving those facials and that energy level. Moving on to POM. Team leap, the turning switch pitch. Great synchronization, great uniformity, execution, a very high energy level. It also helps that they have a large cheer team and others in the crowd really cheering them on and really helping them amp up the energy level. That always helps when you have that cheer team here to help you with that energy and to really lift you up and keep you going. But just a great performance. Timing was impeccable, and I really did not see a lot of things that need to be changed or cleaned. I mean, there's a few little minor things that could be cleaned up, that could be tightened up, but especially when you're working with a group that size, and a lot of those formations were actually very difficult, and they're very difficult to achieve the correct spacing and get it on the floor while dancing into those positions, and they did a great job with that, and just they really brought it today. They want to be national champions again. They don't want to be they want to be the 2024 national champions, and you can tell they're coming here to try to win it again. They brought it all.
Yeah, it's a certain business trip for the Fighting Bees, and aside from Davenport, Iowa, they absolutely burn it down again. They had a great performance. We saw their cheer team is right in the mix, and their dance team's in the mix. And we're being joined now by head coach Danelle Langeneckert. And Coach, what is it like coming back here as the defending champions, trying to go repeat?
I mean, we're just here to come and do our job and do the very, very best that we can. And it's really hard to not try to put the pressure on yourself that you've got to repeat what you did last year. I think the biggest thing is that we just need to come in here and do the very, very best that we can. And every year, you know, we try to step it up from where we were last year. So I think we are doing the best we can, and we are succeeding in taking that step up. So.
Yes, great job. The spacing on those formations, and some of those are very difficult formations, and it looked amazing up here from our angle, and the even spacing, and they were transitioning into those formations seamlessly and effortlessly, and especially because some of them were doing aerials into those formations or different tricks, and that can be tricky sometimes to really hit that. But the timing and the synchronization and the uniformity on your team turn sequence and on your team turn, it was just amazing. But the energy level, and they just really, they didn't look like they were nervous. They didn't look like they were trying to prove something. They, you know, like to be, you know, to say, oh, we were the champions last year and we've got to try to do that again. They looked like they put those nerves aside, and they just really came out and really performed and really wanted to show everybody that they deserve it.
Yes, that was the priority. You know, I mean, you can't really think too much about the things that you can't control, and that was what we wanted to do this year. When we came out, we talked about, here's all the things that we can control. We can't control the judges' scores. We can't control what other teams are doing, but we can control what we put out there, and that's really what our focus was.
I did see you're one of the few teams I got to see this year. I did see your regional performance, and this is a great improvement. What did you work on over the last few weeks? Because I think it was much improved from the performance I just saw a few weeks ago.
Oh, thanks. Honestly, you know, we focused a lot on formations because we knew that was going to be a little bit different. The floor here is different. The lines are going to be different than what we're used to practicing on, and even what we did at regionals. So we really focused a lot on that in our practices, and just any timing issues. You know, I mean, we drilled everything.
And that's where I saw the big improvement from your regional performance, was the timing, and the uniformity was spot on today. Great job.
Oh, thank you so much.
And thank you for your time today, Coach, and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Coming up next will be the Baker Wildcats when we return for the NAI Dance Championships on the NAI Network.